Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Q Nostalgia here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a somewhat mysterious game known as Project Wight. One of the most interesting things about this game is that David Goldfarb has formed an independent game studio. And if you don't know who he is, he's one of the people who used to work for DICE, and he also worked for Overkill. So he's had a hand in Battlefield 1, and I'm assuming he's also had a hand in the Payday series. The name that these developers have donned is The Outsiders, not to be confused with the movie. Not that any of you remember that old-ass movie, but anyways, I digress. What's interesting about this is you're playing during the medieval age, during the Viking age. And you're not playing as a Viking, you're playing as one of these creatures. And you can see right here, evidently this is the creature that you're playing as. It's his father, and they're hacking him up. And the developers doing commentary during this video saying they're probably taking something for a trophy, cutting off his head or something. So the Vikings are absolutely brutally savage to this race of creatures. I don't believe we know the name of them yet, but you're playing as them, so you're seeing through their eyes and the brutality that humankind has wrought upon your species. It's kind of like that role reversal thing that we've been seeing kind of happening a bit lately. I mean, The Walking Dead does that. Look how much terrible the people are than the zombies. And I can't remember, other games have done this, I think, movies and things that they show that humans are the real monsters. You know, the monsters aren't really the ones that are terrible. We are. So it's kind of cliche. We've seen it before. But what's interesting about this segment here is you're playing as one of the adolescent monsters, and they can't really fight. They have to run away. So as you can see, these blue things that are hanging off of the ceiling, he was able to discern that that was a safe place for him to jump into. He could get away and the Vikings couldn't follow him. So I'm guessing when you play as one of these adolescent, it's going to be kind of like the stealthy part of the game. You're not really going to be doing too much combat. If you do, maybe stealth kills or something. Now, the area that you're seeing on your screen right now is supposed to be one of the last safe havens for this species against the marauding and savage Vikings who are just going around and basically committing mass genocide on your race. Now, this is where things get interesting, because this is where you take control of a more adolescent creature, a little bit older than the other one, and at this point you can fight. You can bite people's necks and you can send them flying, and of course you can go leaping off the side of things. And something that I thought was very cool. This kind of reminds me of Shadow of Mordor, just looking at it. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But you can go gliding. So you can go gliding down into an encampment, and you can just fucking kick someone, like Batman style. And then you can see right there, he does like the shout that stuns everybody, and he gets into a fight here. Now, one of the things about this that's kind of like to me is the fact that the animation takes over. I typically don't like that. I like to be in control of my character throughout. If I punch you, I want to just punch you. If I bite you, I want to bite you. I don't want an animation to take over. Kind of a small complaint, not really a big deal. But this is a mysterious game. People don't really know what to take from it, because this is all we've seen of it. We get to see this really young creature hiding. Then we see an adolescent, like teenager creature running around fucking everybody up. So they were careful to call the last one that we saw an adolescent. So there might even be another one, an older one, or maybe you can play as an adult, or maybe even an old like man version. Maybe they all have different powers or different types. It's very mysterious, to the point where people don't even know what kind of game this is. Even Polygon mistakenly called this a horror game, and in the comment section the developers themselves are expressing a little bit of frustration. They're saying, I don't know why everybody's and I'm going to have it up on the screen for you guys to read. We don't know why everybody's really calling this a horror game. It's an adventure RPG. So once you go there, it's like, well, wait a minute. If this is an adventure RPG, how deep is it going to go? Do you get to just pick whoever you want to play as? Is the game scripted where you have to play as an adolescent during some sections, kind of like what Resident Evil does with Sherry in Resident Evil 2? We don't know. It's a very mysterious title. And obviously, Project Wight is not going to be the final name. So this is something to keep an eye on, guys. A mysterious game, and I think it could end up being something really big. So final thoughts. First of all, before I get into that, I want to let everybody know that I will be covering this game in detail up to the release, and probably playing it here on the channel. So if you're interested in it and you want to stay current, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button. So final thoughts, it doesn't look like it's going to revolutionize anything. As a matter of fact, it looks like it's going to take things from other games and blend them into their own game, which is just fine. We've seen many games do this. As a matter of fact, most games do this. Most games don't come out and reinvent a genre or reinvent gaming or raise the bar for gaming. They just kind of take things that work in other games. I'm seeing influence, like I said, from the Batman Arkham games. I'm seeing Dying Light, Shadows of Mordor, Skyrim. So it looks like they're taking all those things and mixing them together into an open world RPG, and it's very interesting. I have to learn more about this before obviously I can say too much about it. It looks like optimization wise they still have to do a final pass. I believe this is alpha, very early stuff that we're seeing here. So yeah, there's going to be more on this coming up. At this point, I want to kick it over to you guys. Let me know what you think about this game down in the comments section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button. I thank you all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.